The dark night of the soul, they call it. The dark night of the soul. Well, for some people, it wasn't just one dark night. For some people, very powerful spirits, this was a dark cycle of the soul. This was a dark years of the soul. This was a battle like no other that was battling to awaken you and put you on the right path. My dark night of the soul, personally, lasted 9 whole years. Okay? That's a full, complete cycle. As 9 is the last number, and then once you get to 10, in numerology, 1 plus 0 is 1. It starts all over again. The dark cycle of the soul. It's a battle. It's a battle between you and your shadow. Which way are you going to go? Are you going to overcome your shadow self and create balance? Are you going to conquer your shadow self and create balance? Are you going to create balance within yourself? It's not about the conquering more so than more so the balance. You literally have to choose. One, you have to accept yourself. Accept yourself and love yourself. And give up. Surrender. Surrender yourself. Surrender yourself not to the darkness, but to the balance and the merging of the polarity of dark and light within you. What you need to do during that cycle, dark cycle of the soul, it's going to be as long as it takes for you to create balance. It's going to swing the pendulum to whatever side you've leaned towards the opposite side. It's going to battle it out. It's battling for your vessel. The darkness is battling for your light. The dark you is battling the light you to create, to be the person on the throne of your vessel, to sit on the seat of your throne, the seat of your soul. This is an extremely imperative process. It brings loss, grief, heartache. I mean, everything possible horrible that you could think of until the balance is made correct. And if your cycle lasted a very long time and you just didn't have one dark night of the soul, God, thank God for those who may have had their dark night of the soul. I'm glad for you that it was only one night. Because for some, they're still in their dark cycle of the soul. It may last months. It may last years. It may last decades. It's not just one dark night of the soul and all of a sudden you emerge. Sometimes it's like that for some people. Great. But guess what? When you finally wake up and realize that you were in a dark cycle of the soul and now you have to balance the light and the darkness within yourself to create one new being of perfection and balance, that's when you know. That's when you know that you have completed the cycle, the dark cycle of the soul.